Morning, Bob and Janine here with another Hallsome Farm video. Today we did this once already this year, and we picked a bunch of tomatoes out of our garden, but it's not enough to can or do anything like that with. So what we're going to do is we're going to slice them up, take the guts out, and feed that to the worms, and then we're going to put them in our sun oven and dehydrate them. And it only takes a few hours in the sun oven to make sun-dried tomatoes. So let's show one or two, and then we'll go to the sun oven.
So you're going to wash your tomatoes, always get any extra dirt, dust off. And since these are what variety did you plant? Do you remember?
No.
Okay. So we're not doing Romas. These are a little bit more juicier tomato than a Roma tomato. And I'm cutting off any blemishes, cut out the core and any little, like I have and I'm going to squeeze as much juice out of it as I can, and seeds.
And those all go to the worms.
We are just trying to get as much of the pulp and seeds out, and juice. And you want to cut your tomatoes as uniformly as you possibly can. Extra seeds and things in there. Now I love sun-dried tomatoes in my salads, in my antipasto salads, on top of my pizzas. And so that's, and then later what I'll do with these, once these are dried, I'll put them in olive oil to preserve them.
Okay, here we are. We got the tomatoes in the sun oven. If you can see right there, the hole in the shadow, the sun is right over, so it's exactly where it's supposed to be. And we're running 250 degrees right now. It's a partially cloudy day today, but it's still working. So we may just leave them in there a little longer. Of course, you can leave them in longer, it won't overcook them, but we've got the window cracked a bit so that the moisture that's created, the steam that comes off, can escape. And anyway, we'll wrap it up at the end when we take them out, and we'll show you what they look like. But this is just a real simple way, because if you do sun-dried tomatoes out in the sun, it takes 10 to 14 days, and in here it takes 4 to 6 hours. So whole lot better deal.
Our tomatoes are dry, and I brought them in from the sun oven, and now I'm just going to have a nice clean jar. And you want to make sure that it is clean, and that it's if you have lots and lots of tomatoes, you're going to want it sterilized. You're going to want it sterilized, but for this purpose I'm going to keep it in the refrigerator. And so, because I'm only going to have a small amount, I'm not going to have several jars. So all you're going to do is you're going to layer your tomatoes in your jar. And as you can see, sometimes they're a little sticky. And you're just going to add them until you have them nice, and pack them nice and tight. Get them, because these tomatoes can be really packed in there.
So why do you put the olive oil on?
The olive oil acts as a way to protect and preserve them so that they are able to just stay in this state.
The drying doesn't do that? Could you put them in the freezer?
You could put them in the freezer. But with sun-dried tomatoes and olive oil, usually does a really good, tastes better with an olive oil. Now, I have done some research and it's not extensive. However, what I have read is do not can these with any garlic or herbs unless you're going to put them in the refrigerator and use them within a couple of weeks. So I'm going to continue to fill this jar, and if you only had a half a jar, you could just fill it with
Is the oil still usable as olive oil after you're done with the tomatoes?
it'll have a tomato flavor. You want to make sure that they're covered. So it looks like I will need to go get more olive oil. But you want to really pack them in. And I won't bore you by continuing this, but you understand the concept. You want to continue this. Make sure that they're down underneath the olive oil. Seal them and put them in the refrigerator. If you like what we do here at Hallsome Farm, please hit the like button and share. And thank you for watching.